Europe, you think you know it all, don't you? Paris, Rome, maybe even Berlin if you're feeling adventurous. You've seen the postcards, eaten the croissants, and probably bought the overpriced souvenirs. But let me tell you, there's a corner of this continent that most people fly over, or worse, completely ignore. A place still raw, still beautifully imperfect. I'm talking about Albania. Yeah, Albania. That name probably conjures up some dusty old images. Maybe some Cold War paranoia, or perhaps absolutely nothing at all. Well, it's time to wipe that slate clean, my friend, because this place is a revelation waiting to happen. For decades, this country was locked down tight, a hermit kingdom in the heart of Europe, ruled by a dictator with a serious bunker fetish. Enver Hoxha basically turned the place into his own private, slightly terrifying theme park, minus any of the fun. Concrete bunkers still pepper the landscape like forgotten grey mushrooms, silent witnesses to a not-so-distant, paranoid past. But times change, walls fall, and people are resilient. What's emerging from behind that iron curtain is a nation that's vibrant, a little rough around its glorious edges, and utterly, undeniably captivating. It's Europe, sure, but not the Europe you're used to. This isn't your neatly packaged, all-inclusive, follow-the-flag tourist experience. Not entirely, anyway. The word is slowly, surely getting out. The intrepid backpackers, the ones who always seem to know where the real stuff is, they're starting to trickle in. The adventure seekers are booking their flights. But even so, Albania still holds on to that precious feeling of discovery, that sense that you're in on a well-kept secret. You can still find yourself on a breathtaking beach with hardly a soul in sight. You can still wander through ancient stone-paved towns without battling hordes of selfie sticks. It's where old traditions stubbornly persist alongside the fast-forward rush of the new. So, why Albania? And why make the trip now in 2025? Because it offers something increasingly rare in this overexplored world, genuine adventure. It's a chance to connect with a place that feels authentic, that hasn't been airbrushed for mass consumption. It's also remarkably affordable. Your euros, your dollars, they stretch a lot further here. That means more incredible grilled lamb, more glasses of potent local raki, and more importantly, more opportunities to engage with people who are, by and large, some of the most welcoming folks you'll ever meet. Get here before the rest of the world finally wakes up and smells the kofti. Let's talk about the coast, because frankly, it's stunning. The Albanian Riviera, it has a certain ring to it, doesn't it? Makes you think of those other famous Mediterranean hotspots, the ones choked with oligarchs' yachts and overpriced sun lounges. And in terms of sheer, unadulterated natural beauty, Albania's coastline can stand toe-to-toe with any of them. But here's the beautiful part. It's still got a wild streak. Large parts of it remain untamed, untouristed, and unbelievably beautiful. Imagine rugged green mountains plunging dramatically into water the color of liquid sapphire. Water so clear it feels like you're swimming in air, the Ionian Sea. That's where the magic really happens down in the south. It's a different character altogether from the Adriatic further north. The blues are deeper, more intense. The beaches are often pebbly coves nestled between rocky outcrops. There's a raw drama to the landscape here that just grabs you. The coastal road itself, SH8, is an experience. A ribbon of asphalt clinging to the mountainside, with switchbacks and hairpin turns that offer up one jaw-dropping vista after another. Just make sure your rental car has good brakes, and maybe pack a flask for courage or for celebrating the views. Probably both. As you navigate this incredible stretch of road, you'll pass through tiny ancient villages, places where time seems to have slowed to a crawl. Houses clinging precariously to the hillsides, surrounded by olive groves that seem to stretch on for an eternity. The air here is thick with the scent of pine needles, sea salt and wild thyme. It's an intoxicating perfume. This isn't the land of sprawling anonymous resorts with their soulless buffets. It's about discovering that perfect little family-run guest house, that unassuming taverna serving up seafood so fresh it was probably swimming just hours before you ate it. Forget everything you thought you knew about crowded Mediterranean beaches, the kind where you're practically sunbathing in your neighbor's lap, serenaded by a cacophony of competing boomboxes. Albania offers a blessed alternative. It's a place where you can still find your own private patch of paradise. Maybe it's a long, sweeping bay of golden sand, or perhaps a tiny, secluded cove accessible only by a dusty goat path or a small boat. The thrill is in the search, and the rewards? They are plentiful, believe me. Those crystal-clear waters are just the very, very tempting beginning. All right, let's get specific. You'll want some names to plug into your GPS or to scrawl on a napkin. Down south, practically spitting distance from Greece, you'll find Ksamil. Now, Ksamil isn't exactly a secret anymore, especially during the peak summer months. The word is definitely out. Think tiny, idyllic islands scattered just offshore, easily reachable by a short swim or a paddle boat. White pebble beaches, clear turquoise water that's shallow and inviting. It's popular for very good reasons. It's almost painfully picturesque, like a travel brochure that somehow came to life and decided to open a string of beach bars. Then, a little further up that magnificent coastline, there's Derme. This village is a true stunner. Imagine whitewashed stone houses, some with vibrant blue doors and shutters crowned by the occasional blue-domed church, all perched dramatically on a mountainside that gazes out over a long, inviting beach. Derme has cultivated a bit of a bohemian, laid-back atmosphere. It feels a touch more relaxed, perhaps a bit more soulful than some of the other, more bustling spots. The main beach is a generous stretch of pebbles and sand, and the water is that classic, mesmerizing Ionian blue. It's the perfect place to wash away the road dust. Himara is another essential pin on your map. It's a larger town, making it a practical and lively base for exploring this whole stretch of the Riviera. Himara boasts its own excellent beaches, like Spile, but it also serves as a convenient launching pad for discovering other coastal gems nearby. Livity Beach, with its olive groves backing the shore, and Patami Beach are names you'll hear whispered by those in the know. And don't miss the old town of Himara, Himare Fshat, perched high on the hill. It's a bit of a climb, but the panoramic views and the palpable sense of history are worth every step. But it's not just about these headline acts. The real magic of the Albanian Riviera often lies in the spaces in between, the hidden coves you stumble upon by chance, the secluded stretches of coastline where it's just you, the sun, the sea, and the endless sky. Places like Jail Beach, which has a more organized but still beautiful setup, or the truly wild Jipe Beach, often requiring a bit of a hike or a boat trip to reach. But oh, the payoff for that extra effort, seclusion, untouched nature. That incredible feeling of having unearthed something truly special, something not everyone bothers to find. That's the essence of this remarkable place. Okay, let's peel ourselves off the beach for a moment. Time to head inland to the heart of the country, the capital city, Tirana. This is a city that has been through the historical ringer, chewed up and spat out more times than you've had hot dinners. And yet it's emerged, well, surprisingly colourful, and I mean that literally. After the drab, oppressive grey of the communist era, a forward-thinking mayor decided the city needed a facelift. So they started painting the old Soviet-style apartment blocks in bright, bold, sometimes clashing colours. Brilliant yellows, vivid greens, deep reds, shocking purples. Some called it genius, others madness. Either way, it worked. Tirana is a surprisingly compact city, a place you can mostly conquer on foot. Skanderbeg Square is its sprawling, beating heart. Named, of course, for Gjirokastër Skanderbeg, the national hero who fought off the Ottomans. A massive, suitably heroic statue of him on horseback dominates the square. Surrounding this central point, you'll find key landmarks. The elegant Etham Bey Mosque, a survivor from the Ottoman era, the Kula-i Sahatit, the old clock tower, and the National History Museum, with its massive, striking mosaic facade. Tirana is a city of fascinating, often jarring contrasts. Communist-era monoliths stand shoulder to shoulder with shiny new cafes and glass-fronted boutiques. This city, I swear, runs on caffeine. The coffee culture in Tirana is not just a pastime, it's a way of life. It's practically a religion. Tiny, bustling espresso bars seem to occupy every other storefront, spilling out onto the sidewalks. People are constantly gathered, sitting, talking, gesturing, smoking, and meticulously observing the world as it ambles by. Coffee is the social glue of Albania, and it's damn good coffee too. Strong, rich, and served with an intensity that matches the local spirit. You'll find yourself spending a lot of time in these cafes if you're experiencing Tirana properly. It's where the city's pulse is most keenly felt, and whatever you do, don't miss Bunkard. There are actually two of them. These are colossal subterranean Cold War bunkers, originally built to shelter Enver Hoxha and his inner circle from a nuclear attack that never came. Now, these eerie, sprawling complexes have been transformed into fascinating museums and contemporary art spaces. They offer a chilling, deeply unsettling glimpse into the paranoia that once gripped this nation, but they also stand as a powerful testament to how far Albania has come. Walking through those damp concrete tunnels is a truly surreal experience. It makes the sunshine and the vibrant painted streets outside feel even more precious. Section 5. Stone Cities and Ancient Echoes. Berat and Gjirokastër. Albania isn't just about stunning beaches and a capital city that's had a technicolor makeover. This land is steeped in history, deep, resonant history. And nowhere is this more powerfully evident than in its two UNESCO World Heritage Fortress cities, Berat, often called the City of a Thousand Windows, and Gjirokastër, the City of Stone. These places are not mere tourist attractions, they are portals to another time. When you walk their ancient, uneven cobblestone streets, you can almost feel the weight of centuries settling around you. These aren't sterile museum pieces, though. People still inhabit these historic houses. Life continues, intertwined with all that remarkable history. First, Berat. Picture this. A cascade of white Ottoman-era houses tumbling down a steep hillside, their dark-rimmed windows staring out like countless eyes, giving the city its famous nickname. The Osumi River carves a path through the town, spanned by the historic Gorica Bridge. Looming protectively above it all is the Kala, the magnificent citadel. This fortress has been continuously inhabited for over 2 millennia. Illyrians, Romans, Byzantines and Ottomans all left their indelible marks here. Within the ancient walls of the Kala, you'll discover tiny, centuries-old churches, the ruins of mosques, and remarkably, people still living their daily lives, their homes passed down through generations. Then there's Gjirokastër, equally breathtaking, but with a distinctly different, perhaps more imposing character. The unique slate-roofed stone houses are a defining feature, giving the city an austere, fortress-like appearance. A massive, formidable castle dominates the skyline, its stone walls echoing with tales of battles and legends. This city was the birthplace of two significant but very different figures. Enver Hoxha, the communist dictator, and Ismail Kadara, Albania's most celebrated novelist. Talk about a town with a complex, story-filled soul. The castle itself is an incredible labyrinth to explore, housing a military museum that includes, bizarrely, a captured United States Air Force spy plane from the Cold War. Wandering through the narrow, winding streets of Berat and Gjirokastër feels like stepping onto the set of an epic historical film, but it's all real. The meticulous craftsmanship of the old houses, the intricate wooden balconies, the way the sunlight plays on the weathered stone. It's a photographer's paradise. But it's so much more than just pretty pictures. It's about forging a connection with a past that remains strikingly present. These aren't just historical sites to be ticked off a list. They are living, breathing cities, each possessing a unique and powerful spirit, a soul meticulously carved from resilient stone and the relentless passage of time. Section 6. Butrint Layers of Time by a Lakeside. If the stone cities of Berat and Gjirokastër manage to impress you, then prepare to have your mind well and truly blown by Butrint. This isn't just another old town. Butrint is an entire archaeological park, a sprawling testament to millennia of human history. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for very, very good reason. You'll find it nestled in the far south of Albania, not far from the coastal playground of Kërmil. It occupies a small, verdant peninsula, almost an island, cradled by the tranquil waters of Lake Butrint and the Vivari Channel, which connects the lake to the Ionian Sea. The setting alone is pure magic. Butrint is like a physical history book, its pages turned by countless civilizations, each leaving behind their own chapter. Greeks, Romans, Byzantines, Venetians and Ottomans, they all passed through here. They all built, they all conquered, they all left their mark. As you wander through the site, you'll encounter a remarkably well-preserved Greek amphitheatre, still used for performances today. You'll see the remains of Roman baths and forums, a Paleo-Christian baptistery with stunning, intricate mosaic floors, often covered with sand for protection, but sometimes revealed, and a formidable Venetian castle perched on the Acropolis, offering sweeping views of the entire area. What makes Butrint truly extraordinary, beyond its rich historical tapestry, is the way nature has gently, beautifully reclaimed parts of it. Ancient stones are draped with creeping vines. Trees, centuries old, grow through the crumbling walls of forgotten temples and villas. It's not an overly manicured, sterile sight. It feels wild, romantic, almost lost in time. You can almost hear the echoes of ancient voices whispering through the rustling leaves of the eucalyptus and laurel trees. It's a place that invites quiet contemplation, a place to ponder the grand sweep of history, the rise and fall of empires, and the enduring, patient power of the natural world. This isn't some dry, dusty collection of ruins that will bore you to tears. Butrint is vibrantly alive. The air is fresh, perfumed by the surrounding wetlands and forests. The setting is undeniably beautiful, a harmonious blend of human endeavor and natural splendor. It's a site that appeals equally to dedicated history buffs, passionate nature lovers, and indeed anyone with even a flicker of curiosity and a sense of wonder. Butrint serves as a profound reminder that Albania's story is incredibly long and complex, stretching back far beyond the turmoil of the 20th century. It's a place to connect with that deep, resonant, and often overlooked past. Section 7, the Albanian table more than just food. You can't truly claim to know a place, to understand its soul, until you've sat down and eaten its food. And let me tell you, in Albania, food is a deeply serious, wonderfully joyful business. It's woven into the very fabric of life here. It's about family gatherings, it's about extending an open hand of hospitality, it's about honoring traditions passed down through generations. The cuisine itself is a delicious, hearty amalgamation of Mediterranean sunshine and robust Balkan flavors. Think incredibly fresh vegetables, often grown in someone's backyard garden, succulent grilled meats, generous lashings of local olive oil, and an abundance of fragrant herbs. So, what should you be ordering? Well, you absolutely have to start with börek. This is a savory pie made with layers of delicate, flaky pastry, almost like phyllo. It can be filled with a variety of delicious things. Salty cheese, a type of ricotta-like cheese, fresh spinach, savory minced meat, or sometimes even sweet pumpkin. You'll find börek everywhere, from dedicated börek tourist shops to humble street vendors. It's a national staple, perfect for breakfast, lunch, or a quick snack. Then there's tave kosi, a true Albanian classic. This is lamb and rice, baked in a rich, tangy sauce of yogurt and eggs. It might sound a bit unusual, but trust me, it's utterly delicious. And of course, we need to talk about the drinks. First and foremost, raki. This is the local spirit, a potent fruit brandy that's practically the national drink. It can be made from grapes, plums, mulberries, or a variety of other fruits. Every family, it seems, has its own secret recipe, its own fiercely guarded distillation process. It's strong, very strong. It will undoubtedly put hair on your chest, and you will be offered it frequently as a symbol of welcome and hospitality. Refusing is generally not considered polite. Just sip it slowly, or, well, embrace the experience. Albanian wine is also making a name for itself, with some surprisingly good local varietals emerging. Eating in Albania is more than just putting food in your mouth. It's an immersive cultural experience. It's about sharing. It's about lively conversation. It's about connection. Portions are almost always generous. Albanians don't do small measures when it comes to feeding their guests. Prices are generally very reasonable, meaning you can feast like a king without emptying your wallet. And the welcome is invariably warm and genuine. Whether you find yourself in a sleek, modern restaurant in Tirana or a tiny rustic taverna in a remote mountain village, you'll likely be treated not just as a customer, but as an honored guest. So arrive hungry, arrive curious. Section 8, getting around and getting by, the Albanian Adventure. Alright, so you're sold. Albania's siren song is calling your name. The big question, how do you actually get there? And once you've arrived, how do you navigate this fascinating, sometimes chaotic land? Tirana International Airport, Nene Teresa, Mother Teresa, is the main port of entry for most international visitors. You'll find flights connecting from many major European cities, so getting in is usually pretty straightforward. It's once you're on Albanian soil that the real adventure often begins. And that's a good thing, right? This isn't a place where everything runs with sterile, predictable efficiency. That's part of its rugged charm. Buses, or more commonly furgons, which are essentially minivans or minibuses, are the workhorses of the Albanian public transport system. They connect most cities, towns, and even some smaller villages. They are incredibly cheap. They run frequently, sort of, and they are, without a doubt, an experience. Published schedules can sometimes be more of a suggestion than a hard and fast rule. Furgons often depart when they are full, not necessarily at a specific predetermined time, so a healthy dose of patience is a valuable asset, and a good sense of humour certainly helps. It's a fantastic way to meet locals, see the countryside at a slower pace, and truly immerse yourself. Renting a car is another popular option, and it definitely offers the most freedom and flexibility. If you're keen to explore those hidden, off-the-beaten-path beaches or venture into the remote mountain areas, then having your own wheels is a huge advantage. But a word of caution, Albanian driving can be, let's call it, spirited. Roads have seen significant improvements in recent years, especially the main highways. However, you'll still encounter potholes, unexpected diversions, and the occasional four-legged road hazard like a wandering cow or a leisurely donkey. Defensive driving skills are highly recommended. But the rewards, those breathtaking, unscheduled stops for photos, that glorious sense of independence, can be well worth it. When's the best time to plan your Albanian escapade? Spring, from around April to June, and early autumn through September and October are generally considered ideal. The weather during these shoulder seasons is usually pleasantly warm, perfect for sightseeing and outdoor activities, but without the intense heat of midsummer. The tourist crowds are also noticeably smaller. Summer, particularly July and August, is peak season, especially along the coast. It gets hot and popular spots can be very busy. But if you thrive on a lively beach scene and buzzing nightlife, then summer is your time. A few local customs to keep in mind. Albanians are renowned for their hospitality. The concept of beza, a sacred promise or code of honor, which includes protecting and respecting guests, is deeply ingrained. Section 9. So, you think you've seen Europe? Think again, we've only just skimmed the surface, really. We've talked about those incredible sun-drenched beaches, the dramatic cloud-piercing mountains, the ancient cities that whisper tales of empires, and the food that warms your belly and your soul. But Albania, like any truly compelling place, is so much more than just the sum of its tourist attractions. It's a feeling. It's an atmosphere. It's the genuine, unforced warmth of the people you meet, who will often go out of their way to help a stranger. It's the constant, delightful surprise of discovering unexpected beauty around almost every bend in the road. It's that rare, exhilarating sense that you're experiencing something truly authentic. This isn't just a playground for broke backpackers looking for cheap beer, though they're certainly smart enough to have found it. Albania is for anyone with a spark of curiosity still flickering within them. It's for anyone who's grown weary of the overly curated, predictable tourist trails. Anyone who yearns to see a different facet of Europe, a side that's a little bit wilder, perhaps a little more challenging to navigate, but ultimately profoundly rewarding. This is a country that is visibly shaking off the heavy cloak of a difficult, isolated past and embracing its future with wide-open arms, a resilient spirit, and an undeniable, fierce sense of national pride. Will it change? Of course it will. Every place changes. It's already happening. The word is undeniably out. More tourists are arriving each year. New hotels are springing up along the coastline and infrastructure is steadily improving. That's the inevitable march of progress. And in many ways it's a positive development for Albania and its people. But here's the thing, there's still time, there's still a window of opportunity to experience it, while it retains much of that raw, untamed edge, that captivating sense of unpolished beauty. Before every hidden cove has a beach club, and every charming cobblestone street is buffed to a tourist-friendly sheen. So Albania, Europe's hidden gem, perhaps not quite so hidden as it once was, but a gem nonetheless. Maybe a magnificent rough-cut diamond, still a bit dusty but full of incredible fire and brilliant light. This country will surprise you. It will most likely challenge some of your preconceptions. It will undoubtedly charm you. It might even fundamentally change the way you think about travel, about what makes a journey truly memorable. It's the kind of place that burrows its way under your skin in the best possible way and stays with you long after you've left. Don't just idly add it to your bucket list, shove it right to the top. You won't regret it. Please subscribe to our channel for more amazing travel content. Don't forget to like, share and comment. Gap2S. As we wrap up our journey through the hidden treasures of Albania, we invite you to join us on more adventures. Whether it's uncovering another underrated destination or diving deeper into the rich tapestry of cultures around the world, we're here to guide you, inspire you, and share in the joy of discovery. Albania, with its blend of untouched beauty and vibrant history, has shown us that there are still places where the world feels vast and full of wonder. So pack your curiosity and let's continue exploring together. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep wandering, keep dreaming, and keep finding those hidden gems. See you on the next adventure.